Main street of Doon, County Limerick, my mother's hometown. A bright sunny day contrasting what we left behind in Limerick a while back where the rain was belting down. This is a very pleasant day. It gives you a view looking downtown, a very peaceful and quiet town where everybody should come, fed up with the hustle and bustle of modern life. Just into the back there is the Doon Convent, where my mother spent her schooling days, as did for a while Maureen and Margaret. And this is the graveyard where my mother is spending her last rest. When you see this, say a little prayer. My mother is lying down beside her mother and father here in the graveyard in Doon. Too seldom we ever manage to get back here. And this is the scene my mother would be watching. Her own house is just up behind that bush on the hill. A lovely, quiet, peaceful area to come and spend a holiday in. And it's right up yonder we'll be going right now, to look back down over the Galtee Mountains. Just look at the other side of the convent where some of the school days were spent. Happy days when you look back on them 30 years or 40 years back. Maybe not so happy when you were actually there. Though school wouldn't be school without the football match in the lunchtime. This is the Gaelic. Here's the winner. He just got a goal, look. He can follow it up there. Here you see the cutthroat. Oh, it's soccer. I thought first of all it was Gaelic. They are in the happy school days. A different type of sport now, hurley. Obviously not so popular. Although this is a big county where hurley plays a big part in the school events. You can end up illegal, say.
Hello, Mum.
This is your regular school time.
School is pissed. Jail.
Quiet half of the school. You can see the difference between the rowdy young fellas and the quiet girls. And tell me, who's the brains of this outfit? You can't all be brains. All right, introduce yourself. Who are you?
Michael.
And where do you come from, Michael? What sports do you play, Michael?
Nothing.
You don't play nothing? Hurley? Six? What's these are your stars of tomorrow. This young fella came up and he says to me, take me on my own, so I said I would, and before you know there's about 3,000 others here with him. This is the future Tipperary All-Ireland hurling team. And we'll come down later on maybe and catch them actually playing for hurling, I think it is. Oh yeah, we're going to have to shut it off now. Okay. Well, it's so unusual to meet a nice red-headed girl now, you see, that when I take this back into the States, they'll say they must come over here and spend the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
And I suppose you'll be heading over to America or England? Do you ever think of that?
Yeah, probably England, I'd say.
To do what? No idea?
I don't know, I'd love to be British.
A beautician. Do you want to practice on me?
No.
A bit too late, eh?
Yeah.
But you'd have to do a lot of training for that first, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Many years?
I don't know, I think it's 3.
3 years.
Not sure.
It's a long time. And then you have to get a place to go to. Some of the roads that looked pretty wide when I was a youngster. Coming back here a little bit later, find out that they're not very wide at all. In fact, if a fellow was to lie down, you could put your feet on one side of the road and your head on the other. Yes, these are some of the roads I and most of the family travelled at one time or another during our early years. Now this is 5:30 in the afternoon, right in the height of the rush hour. How does this compare with your rush hour, wherever you're watching it? I happen to pass this house, and going back to my own childhood, this is where a person called Handsome used to live. To me it didn't seem very small then, but looking at it now with hindsight, one room where everything used to have to take place in seems rather small now. I mean, he was called Handsome by the people in the area because when he was a young man he used to doll himself up to go off to dances and brill cream the hair, and of course someone must have said to him sometime, you know, you look handsome, and ever since then the name stuck. And then this is the entrance into my Uncle Mick's many times, and what we used to do was in here, clamber up the bank and then all the way up to the top there. That was before the road that's made now, what I'll take because it's a lot easier and I'm nearly out of breath. And now after climbing up a little bit and nearly being out of breath again, I'll let you take a look back at the view from outside the house. When I was a young fella, well, I used to be overawed by the amount of territory that one could see from the house right off into the Galtee Mountains at the back. It's not often that young people of 8 or 9 even take account of whatever views at hand, but this really impressed me then.